Well, hello, everybody. All you card collectors out there. This is a recap of day 2 at the Midwest Monster over at the Best Choice Fieldhouse in Fishers, Indiana. We're entering the show. I spent about 5 hours there today. I entered the show just after about 10:30 local time. One thing I did want to focus on for today was going through a lot more dollar boxes and a lot more cases, and really tried to be thorough in what I was able to discover was available at the show for sale. Tried to ask a lot more dealers many questions about what they had. Maybe they didn't have everything out. I did see some different stuff out today, which was good to see because at least it wasn't as stale as yesterday. I don't know that much buying was going on yesterday. I think many people were doing a lot of window shopping. For as busy as it was, I think many of the dealers commented that the sales were much stronger today, and I could definitely see a lot more cash exchanging hands. Coming up here on the left, you're going to see Card Collector 2 doing some filming for his segment of the Midwest Monster. I am going to try to beat him to the punch on this by getting this one out on Saturday night. I know his video will be much more professionally edited, but mine is amateur hour at its finest, and I am just getting going. Coming up here on my right, I ran into a dealer that I have seen. That individual there on the right, I've seen him many times at Meijer. He said that he actually went there at 6 a.m. for restock today, which was interesting because he had to come here immediately after to set up and sell today. Got a Walter Payton there. Really, like I said, really good mixture of vintage, modern, and ultra modern. Steph Curry was there in that particular auto. Got some Mike Trout coming up, some Donovan Mitchell, Kobe Bryant, Jason Tatum. Really good selection. Are you guys ready for these next two cards? These things are insane. In this particular individual's case, we had a Mac Jones 1/1 NFL Shield from Flawless and a Luka Doncic Shield auto from Flawless as well. There we got, I think, Devin Booker. We've got some other Giannis cards coming up. Got some more Noir. Really good selection. Way too much to take in. You could have spent the entire day there and probably not seen 2/3 of it. But that was definitely a really good show. I am so glad they put this on. I was getting a little bit sick and tired of the 40 table local card shows. There we got a Mickey Mantle. Saw plenty of Mickey Mantle at this show. Probably we'll see more of that at the National. Really excited to see some of the higher end stuff come out. And even though it's a little bit out of your price range, just seeing it in person and maybe holding it was definitely worth the price of admission. So really excited to see that. Really excited, like I said, for the National coming up next month. As we kind of get to the tail end of the cases here, we've got Tatis there. We've got Anthony Edwards Orange. We're going to go ahead and do a quick recap of today's purchases. I found some really good deals, really worked hard to negotiate with folks. There's some pretty cool cards. I'm a Curry fan. We've got a Curry Green and a Curry Gold. The green is first year Prism and the gold was his rookie year. Both of those I think are a little bit out of my price range. Really quick, getting to the tail, another Curry. I was trying to get as much Curry in my footage as I could from the card show. A couple more cases to go through. We got some Formula One there. We got some more Contenders autos. We got some Giannis. I think this entire case was dedicated to Giannis, actually. We've got some LeBron. We've got some Curry Warriors. Really cool to see a lot of people's collections and bring out some of their good stuff. I've got some blue Prism there, Darius Garland, I think Keldon Johnson, etc. All right, guys, I really hope you enjoy this last image from the show. We're going to go ahead and kick it indoors in my basement and go over a recap of today's pickups. Hey, everybody, welcome back into my basement. It is Saturday evening. Card show was wrapping up a couple hours ago. Hope you guys enjoyed the footage from the show. I tried to add as much commentary and kind of a voiceover as I could. Didn't take a ton of footage from the show, but I did want to make sure I included a little bit in today's video so that you guys could at least see what the Midwest Monster was all about. So hopefully you really enjoyed that. Got a stack of pickups here. Kind of funny story about how I ended up with this stack of pickups. Kind of methodically worked my way from one side of the show to the other today, searching and hunting and just really methodically going through almost every single box, every single case, make sure I didn't leave any stone unturned. There was definitely some hard choices to be made with regards to what I was going to end up with. And in this final stack, I'm pretty happy with how I did, although I think you can always kind of look back and say coulda, shoulda, woulda, maybe I would have done it a little bit differently. But in this case, we'll see how I fared long term. All right, so first card, got this out of a dollar bin. It's a Hyper Prism Devin Booker 2018 Prism, 2018, 2019. Just thought the card looked cool. Next one, Shane Baz, number 59 in the top 100. This one was 76 out of 99. Again, I just kind of like the card, and I know Shane Baz is definitely a up-and-comer. Pretty young pitcher for the Tampa Bay Rays, coming back off of injury. The next one, I didn't expect to see this one in a dollar bin or in a $2 bin, but Andrew Wiggins, he is now an NBA champion. Andrew Wiggins, hoops rookie from the Minnesota Timberwolves. I don't know that the condition of this, it's pretty beat up, but in a dollar bin or something like that, I figured, why not? I don't know what this card is worth, maybe like $5. But they'll never take that championship away from him, and he definitely played well down the stretch. So that was all right there. This next one I also got kind of out of a dollar, kind of a $3 bin. LeBron James, very off center, but hoops slam card. LeBron always just sells well. I think long term you can't really go wrong holding a little bit of LeBron. Definitely not a card I would get graded. I would just hold this one raw and sort of sell it when he retires. Slam cards are very popular. Next couple here, we've got Steph Curry. Steph Curry didn't really pay $5 for this. I actually probably reached a little bit on the purchase. I did try to get the person that sold me these 4 cards down quite a bit in price. A little disappointing that I couldn't get him down even more, but I kind of spent a lot of time at his table, so I figured I'll give him the patronage and kind of settle on $8 for the 4 cards. It was funny because he had $5 marked on all of them, and I thought, sir, there's no way that these are worth $5 a piece. You're lucky that I'm paying $2 a piece for them. So sometimes you want to say it to people and kind of make them think about how they're approaching card shows, but this isn't March of 2021, guys. This is summer of 2022. It's a completely different ball game out there. There is so much product. There is so much choice out there. Even though Steph Curry is a good kind of long-term hold, I just don't think these cards are worth $5. But paying $2 a piece, I couldn't really pass it up. So this is, I think, 2019 or 2019 Chronicles. Winter stays, pretty off-center on the optic. And then a blue, nice color match there on the Warriors blue out of Illusions. So nothing too crazy there. The next couple cards here, we've got some De'Aaron Fox. Also got these from Jeremy, same bin that I got the Andrew Wiggins from. De'Aaron Fox Prestige rookie card. Got this for basically $2. 2 De'Aaron Fox Donruss rookies, got them for $2 a piece. Rookie Revolution from De'Aaron Fox's rookie year 2017-2018, and then Essentials 2017-2018 as well for De'Aaron Fox rookie. Can anybody tell I'm a De'Aaron Fox fan? Not that you had to guess, but definitely do like me some De'Aaron Fox. Got a couple more interesting cards here. Next one is a raw card of Kevin Durant out of Donruss. This was a hobby insert crunch time. Again, not a card I really would want to grade or anything like that, but I think long-term KD is definitely going to have a connection to the 2 titles that he won with the Warriors, even though it's the Brooklyn Nets from last year. Thought the card looked cool, and for $2, I figured why not. Prestige red De'Aaron Fox rookie. Again, $2. Figured why not. Ke'Bryan Hayes black Allen and Ginter. This is probably going to be a tough grade, but I don't know that I'd actually get it graded. I just thought the card looked cool in a black out black front so that it was a color match with the Pirates. And I made the yellow font stand out better, so I thought it looked cool. For $2, I figured why not. Trevor Lawrence in the same bin. This is King of Cards from Illusions Football Retail. Might have been a little bit of an impulse buy, but there were plenty of choices in that particular bin for like $2 a piece that I could have chosen from. Just went with Trevor Lawrence. Figured why not. The next one here we've got is Maximo Acosta. This is the Mojo out of the Mojo Mega Boxes. It's a mint 9.5 plus, but it was my first time looking at the CSG labels in person and kind of holding a slab, and I can say they're really quite good. I was actually really impressed with how these actually hold in hand, and sort of once you take the wrapper off and really look at the clarity of the slab, it looks really nice. So I ended up getting this for basically the cost of whatever the person paid to grade it. So that's not too bad. And anyway, I heard good things about Maximo Acosta long term, that he definitely could be a really good player for the Texas Rangers or any other franchise that he ends up on. So I figured why not on that. He's still relatively young. The next one we've got is a De'Aaron Fox PSA 10 Optic. The guy had marked $50 on this, but comps on this were anywhere between like $20 and $30. So we settled on $25. I might have overpaid a little bit, but I think he was a little shocked that current comps had gone so low. And then I kind of expressed, my De'Aaron Fox affinitization, and he figured he'd cut me a deal and at least come down to a max value that I was willing to pay. I think this makes the third copy of the Optic PSA 10 that I have of De'Aaron Fox. So pretty happy with that pickup. The next one we got is Ke'Bryan Hayes. This is the Roberto Clemente image variation. Again, in a CSG new slab 9.5. Got this from a local guy that I've seen quite a bit over the years at other retail stores when we go out card hunting, and also at the card shop, the Indie Card Exchange. Got this from him. We ended up settling, I think, for $35 on this. Sells for about $30 raw, so I figured why not. He had 55 marked on it, but after I kind of talked him down a little bit, I was pretty happy with that. I would have liked to see that it was in a 10, but I'm sure he was looking to get more out of it if it was a 10. In fact, he might have even kept the card. But that was a cool image. I just kind of like the image with the neck, what do they call those? The neck gaiter from the pandemic year. I thought that was pretty cool, and definitely I'm a Ke'Bryan Hayes fan and collector long term, and really do believe he's got a really good future ahead of him. He needs to pick it up, but he's a great defensive third baseman and definitely has, like I said, a really good future. I see all-star games in his future, given the fact how the Major League Baseball assigns all-star participants to basically each team. I can't see who else from the Pirates would represent them right now. So Ke'Bryan Hayes will probably be a regular there for a couple of years, and that will definitely boost his confidence. So really cool card there. As we always do, gotta hunt for some Steph Curry. Person that I got these from ended up getting $20 off the pair from what he had them marked at. So this is, I think, premier level tricolor from 2017, 2018, I believe. Haven't seen this card in too many places. I thought it looked really cool in person and figured my wife would like it. The next one is I think these call these the Scope. This is a concourse level Scope. Same year, I believe. Yeah, 2017, 2018. Again, a card I thought looked really cool in person. Figured why not, since we are Steph Curry fans. All right, so the next two cards, I really don't know what order to show them in. I spent all day yesterday hunting for De'Aaron Fox, and I didn't see any. And I don't know if it was the fact that the De'Aaron Fox cards weren't out yesterday, and many of the dealers that I went to and I asked for De'Aaron Fox, they sort of compared notes and said, what are people asking to see? And then nobody said De'Aaron Fox, or people would say, De'Aaron Fox, we don't see any De'Aaron Fox. We've got people asking, but nobody sees him out. So I went to this one section on kind of the north wall of the facility, and 2 people in a row in tables had De'Aaron Fox cards out. So the first one here is the Diamond, what do they call these? The Diamond Guarantee. Basically the diamond card from Flawless. I don't know if you guys can see that there. Numbered 9 out of 10. Got the individual. This was my very last purchase of the day. Got this one for $60. He originally wanted about 80 for it. He was looking up eBay comps, so 80 was probably a fair price on it. But I went over to him at the very, very end of the day, and I basically said, "Sir, I have $60 left in cash. I can only go $60 on this card. If you want to make the sale, I'm your buyer right now. If you don't, I fully understand, and no harm, no foul." And he said, "Well, I don't want to be greedy." And so he went ahead and got the price to where I was at on it. What's funny, though, is this same individual, if you saw the footage from earlier in the day, this individual had the Mac Jones 1 of 1 and the Luka Doncic auto 1 of 1. That is who I bought this from, the individual from North Carolina. So I thought that was pretty funny. I think he had to cut me a deal because he's going to do quite well on both of those cards. The Mac Jones and the Mac Jones NFL Shield and the Luka Doncic Logo Man Auto, both from 2021 Flawless. So nice card there for De'Aaron Fox. First time I've ever bought a Flawless card, so that was pretty fun. And then the last card of the video, this is a De'Aaron Fox RPA from Cornerstones. He had $100 marked on this. And initially I was thinking I'd offer him something around 60 or 70 bucks for it. We ended up settling on 75. So I wasn't too displeased with that. Definitely, again, one of the players that I like to seek out at shows. Number 106 out of 199. It's the first RPA for on-card RPA that I have of De'Aaron Fox. So I was pretty excited to see that. And definitely we'll have this one in the collection for the upcoming year. Now that the Kings have a new coach, hopefully they can make the playoffs. Like I said in a couple videos ago, De'Aaron Fox absolutely has to make the playoffs in order to be relevant in the hobby. It is an absolute must, paramount. Cannot stress that enough. De'Aaron Fox is overdue for an all-star game and a very, very good run in the playoffs if that team can ever figure it out. So that's my pickups from the show today. Add that to yesterday. Not an overall kind of blockbuster deal or anything like that. Certainly could have spent a little bit more carefully about maybe like 1 or 2 cards. And coming up in the future, I'm definitely going to have to consider that going forward. I can't keep buying dollar bin cards as the market is sort of, kind of very fluid at the moment. Some of those cards sort of end up kind of depreciating in value unless the market kind of heats up again. So that is pretty much all she wrote on the Midwest Monster for day 2. Like I said in yesterday's video, for those who watched it, they have another Midwest Monster coming up on October 7th and 8th in the same venue that this was, the Best Choice Fieldhouse in Fishers, Indiana. Very excited to see how that event turns out. It's a couple of months away, so they will definitely be doing a good job on planning that. If I know Andy from the Indy Card Exchange and the gentleman from the J&J All-Star Sports Card Shows, they're going to do a great job trying to recruit even more dealers and different dealers that did not come this time, and will definitely have a lot more folks to do kind of like the autograph signings. They had a late cancellation with Larry Johnson, which was a little unfortunate to see, but that is how it goes sometimes. So I will probably leave it there, guys. I hope you enjoyed the footage from the show earlier. Like, subscribe, share, comment down below, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody.